the intro music. Yeah! Woohoo!
Hey Star Trek fans, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm actually really excited. One of my favorite parts of the month is trivia that comes forth in Star Trek Fleet Command. And today is focusing on Chakotay, your favorite commander, or maybe your favorite XO / number 2. I really don't know. Actually, who is your favorite in all of Star Trek? Down below, comment. Who's your favorite? Is it maybe Una, who's currently in Strange New Worlds? Is it Riker from The Next Generation? Or are you a Chakotay fan? Let me know who your favorite is. Now, if you just want these straight answers, skip to, I'd say about, 8 minutes in the video. We'll just go over the straight answers, but what we're gonna do is go answer by answer, and I also want to provide some cool little trivia that actually matches the trivia here. So let's start with number 1. Who sponsored Chakotay's application in a Starfleet Academy? Now, if you started this event in Star Trek Fleet Command like right when reset happened, it would have made you try to go to SU for Janeway, but that's wrong. Correct answer is Sulu, and you need to go to Kibiku and drop a hailing frequency. So here it is, the reference material. At 15 years old, Chakotay entered Starfleet Academy, sponsored by Captain Sulu. And I love the combination of series and characters that we have in that reference. I think that's actually fantastic, even though he got in on a lie saying that he had permission. Naughty, naughty, misleading Captain Sulu. That's really awful of you, Chakotay. But again, you did become a Maquis officer, and I guess we can debate whether that makes you good or bad. It's actually kind of one of the primary themes of Voyager. All right, so if you go to any of these systems, by the way, you just need to activate a hailing frequency. Doesn't really matter which. I guess I could send my Katinga here so you can see it. This is going to be one of the systems that you have to answer in just a second. But literally come in as you're seeing these players come in and then drop any hailing frequency like the Doctor right there, and you will complete it. So answer to number 1 is Sulu. So that means you're going to need D to go to Kubiku. Next up is number 2 on our trivia list. Before joining the crew of the USS Voyager, Chakotay was captain aboard which Maquis rating vessel? Now, I love this one because I love what it represents, and it gives you a slew of different options, but the correct one is actually the Valjean, because it is referencing Jean Valjean from Les Mis, which, sorry y'all, I don't care. Hugh Jackman and Hathaway and even Russell Crowe did phenomenal in the movie. It's always better in the theater. Sure, whatever. The musical, live, fine, definitely go check it out. But the movie wasn't bad either, and that is where the ship was named after, was Jean Valjean. He was the captain of the Valjean, and even though to me it still makes very little sense that Janeway took on a very small Maquis crew and then just integrated them into her own crew and then made him the XO, it is what happened. So it is canon. So it's real, and it counts, and we like it. Kinda like it, maybe. Anyway, let's go to number 3 here. Amongst Chakotay's original Maquis crew, who proved to be the biggest disappointment and betrayal for Chakotay as they adapted to their home on Voyager. And this one's really easy if you've watched Voyager. This one shouldn't even really be a question. The answer is Cesca. C. Cesca, the Cardassian who was actually portraying herself as a Bajoran to join the Maquis, obviously betrays Chakotay, and she is an integral figure to the beginning of Voyager in the first early seasons as she ends up joining the Kazon, and it's a whole thing. There's a baby involved. It gets a little bit weird, but that's Star Trek. Kinda. Sorta. Cesca's a weird character, but that is the answer to the question regardless. So whether or not you like Cesca or didn't like Cesca's storyline, you need to go to Bonive and launch a hailing frequency. Let's go to number 4 here on our list. In the episode Phase, Chakotay was able to rework which part of Voyager to help detect hidden hostile ships. Now, I gotta give a little love to this episode because you have Neelix's lungs are removed. They just steal the man's lungs. It's hilarious. Sorry, I shouldn't be laughing. That's probably not very funny. Sorry, Neelix. I don't really like you as a character, but it's still hilarious, but terrible. But anyway, the answer to the question, I feel so awful for laughing. Answer to the question is the phasers. He's able to rework the phasers. So question is, and the answer is A. So you got to go to Skelg and launch a hailing frequency. But what a fantastic, I'll be honest, Even though I give Voyager a lot of grief, this is actually a fantastic episode, and it introduces a bad guy who's not really a bad guy in the video. And look, I give Voyager flack, but this is actually something I really like. Let's go to number 5 here in our Chakotay trivia. Aside from his prowess as a pilot, Chakotay also had a reputation for being a spiritual guide, an avid anthropologist, a ferocious boxer, and all of the above. He was all of those things. So the answer is D. Remember that system I just showed you, Iora? We're going to go to Iora, launch a hailing frequency because it is all the above. Obviously, spiritual guide. You'll see him in Voyager leading various characters on their own spiritual journey. Anthropologist, because I guess we also want to make him into Jean-Luc Picard. And ferocious boxer, because he's also part, you know, yes, they're trying to make him part Worf. I mean, they try to do all kinds of things with Chakotay. I don't feel like they did it great. But there's the answer, regardless of how well they did. There's the answer, number 5. And then finally, number 6. So whom was Chakotay speaking to when he said, maybe you can just flip off a Borg switch and shut down your emotions, but I can't? Now, there's only one person this can honestly be about, right? And that's got to be 7 of 9, which would be answer B, because you need to go to Bevan. But for those wondering where this came from, this is actually from the in-game episode. And I know that there are definitely some hit or miss opinions or maybe valuations on how Voyager actually did with in-game. It's a 2-parter, end of season 7. I'm not a huge fan of Endgame. Y'all let me know what you think in the comment section down below, though. Like, did you like Endgame? Did you think that that was a good wrap-up? I don't think it was like end of Enterprise level, like bad episode-wise or anything. Just wasn't really a big fan, personally. So that was in Endgame, though, where that ends up coming up and where you have that quote come from. So, of course, talking to 7 of 9, who plays an integral role in Endgame, obviously. They're going to back out. There are all of your answers. Again, all you got to do is go into any of these systems, launch any hailing frequency that you have handy. I'll just use, let's keep it Voyager, and we'll just launch this one just to show you how it did. Now, to recap your answers real quick, let's just do it real easy, real peasy, real lemon squeezy. Number 1 is D. Means you need to go to Kibaku. Number 2 is C. Means you need to go to Tapio. Number 3 is C, means you need to go to Bonive. Number 4 is A, means you need to go to Skelg. Number 5 is D, whichever it makes a D. D is Iora, which is actually the system that we're in currently. And then 6 is B for Bevan. So there are your 6 various trivia answers to get you going. You see, they're almost all in like these little areas. See, there's Bevan right there. There's Eoria. It's all in low-level space. The only critique I'd really give for the Arc Runner here is make these systems clickable. Like in here, if I know the answer is Valjean and Tapio, let me click on Tapio and go right there instead of having to use the function of backing all the way out, going to the galaxy, hitting system lookup, going here, typing out Tapio, and then hitting go. Has way too many steps. It's definitely annoying to have to go through all that to simply go to the system that I need to go to. Right? I think I'm right. It's annoying, correct? Like it bugs y'all as well. But there are your 6 answers for the Chakotay trivia. Personally, I really enjoy that. I love the trivia style events when they come out. And it honestly reminds me of some good episodes of Voyager that I really like Neelix losing his lungs. I shouldn't laugh at that, but it's funny. You got 2 days to get it done. These are the answers that you need. Live long and plunder. Stay safe for those space cowboys. Deuces, that's me. I guess I'll catch you on the next video, which I will, because I'll be here. Like I will. I'll be right here on the next video. Yeah. Awkward endings? Why not? Bye.
An even better outro than the intro. For the Empire and glory to your house.